different. In fact, we will be doing it live. We are going to problem shoot this whole design live. So you'll be able to see. I'm making it up as I go along. Hey Monica, hey Tiffany, how are you? I don't know why that's not catching up, but hopefully, there we go. Hello everyone. Just pull it up here on Facebook and we will get started. Thank you for joining me. All right. Okay. I know, right? Something different. Okay. There we go. Oh. I know, right? Something different. Thought that was turned off. I apologize. There we go. There we go. I think we're good. Everybody can hear me okay, I'm sure. All right. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using one of these self-adhesive wall tiles from Dollar Tree. So I already went ahead and I painted it green because we're going to be making a leprechaun. And we're going to be using the Dollar Tree witch hat form. But we're going to be going this way. So what I did so far was I found a picture online of the hat design that I wanted. I printed it out. I traced it on some foam board. So now what we're going to do first is we're going to cut out our foam board. So I've already traced it. And I hate cutting this stuff out. I wish I would have had my husband cut it out on a laser. He's already dealing with enough today. My car wouldn't start. So let me know if throughout this, if you can hear me okay. If you can't hear me, let me know. Because evidently some people have had trouble with the feed. So let's go ahead and see if we can just slice down that. There we go. Okay, so I've got the brim. And then I've got the top of the hat. Yeah, it's always something at this house. But I got a show and tell to show you, or to share with you after we're done. I'm using an X-Acto knife here that I know is not going through all the way. But it's going through enough that I should be able to cut the rest. Come on. I've been going through this foam board with the big giant cards. I had to order more. And I ordered from Dollar Tree and it's still not in. But the Dollar General, they came through. And theirs is $1 a sheet. So there's one side. A little bit easier once you get that through there. Put that over there. That is scrap. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to trace this on the back side and we're going to cut this out. Awesome. Because now what I want to do is I want to kind of find the middle of this because I want the design to be even. So it looks like right here is the middle. So I'm just going to put a little notch there. And then we're going to turn it over. And then we're going to trace this. Actually, let's use a magic marker. I think it'll be easier. I have used these witch hats to make gnomes in the past, but now I'm going to cut it a little bigger. because I'm not sure, and I just want to be extra sure before I go ahead and put it in place. It's always better to be safe. All right. So the only thing I'm worried about is my sides. And I know this won't fold over the side. So I may be able to like take yarn and put it around the side to cover that up. That's what I think we're going to do. All right, that's what the what. Okay, we're going to glue this. See, we are designing as we go here. So let's go ahead and just double check us here. Although I think it'd be easier to cut it before we glue it. So let's go ahead and just kind of put this down against there. Yeah, I thought, oh, you know what? I'd love to do a leprechaun hat with one of these. What can I use? And then it was like, ooh, we could use the Dollar Tree witch hat. Turn it upside down. And the hat part will be his beard. So we are moving and grooving. Don't know if it's going to work. But we sure as heck are going to find out, aren't we? Hey, Nanny Di, how are you? All right, so I'm going to put a little glue around the sides here. And put this on. So see, just as I suspected, the sides are going to show. So we can go back and paint those. We can use a paint marker, or we can just put some like green trim around there. That looks pretty even. Let me just trim this up a little. Now I want to put a little glue here because I didn't do that yet. Now this is the brim that's going to go over top of here. I think I'm going to just round it just a tiny bit at the edge here. And I think I'll make that the, well, I want it more like that. So let's trim this up. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to glue some burlap ribbon on there, which I have, and I think I can take it over the sides too. So we'll be gluing all around. Now, I may go ahead and paint this black. I may go ahead and leave it the way it is. I don't know. But let's go ahead and, oops, keep the glue on the brim. Try and center it as best as possible. I'll remove it from the thing. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, this is staying in line. I think we're going to paint it. I think we're going to go ahead and paint over this black. So, what I kind of want to do is take a bead of glue across the top here and then kind of fold it on my table over. So my fingers aren't touching the glue. It's still pretty. I just want this brim to stick out further than the hat to make it look three-dimensional. So that's why I'm doing it this way, by adding this piece to the top. It is the Dollar Tree foam board that comes in the big sheet of, I think it's 36 by 24, or is it 30 by 24? One of the two. So it's foam board. It's the board that I think Rachel used when she did the gingerbread house. I'm sure that's what it was. All right, then I'm gonna put this over. We're gonna trim some of this because we don't need all that. But we're just gonna do this end. And I'm not gonna worry about that piece that's sticking up because we're gonna trim that, but we're gonna hold that like that. I guess I need to put on my glasses, Tiff. Sorry. What kind of trim? Okay, this is just, oh, for around the sides. I'm thinking just green yarn to put around the sides of that. This is 1.5 inch burlap ribbon. So I left the one side untrimmed there because I kind of want that to be, I may be able to glue some of it down, but not all of it, but I didn't want it to unravel, so that's why I left it like that. Does that answer your question? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull that back. There we go. And then we're going to do the same to this end. Wanted it to kind of look farmhouse style is what I was aiming for. But just a simple little project that anybody can do. If you didn't have the foam board, you could use cardboard. That wire sticking out there. Okay, and then we're going to fold this down. I'm going to trim it like that and then fold it down. Just make a cute little wall hanging. There we go. And then that's going to be the brim of the hat. So, and you know what I was able to do on Canva, which I love Canva. When I used this pattern I made, I was actually able to place different colors. No problem, Monica. I was able to place different colors on it to kind of visually see if those were the colors I wanted to use. Because usually these hats are black. I didn't want to do black. Or they're green with a black stripe. I wanted to do something different. We are making a leprechaun hat out of the Dollar Tree witch hat turned upside down. This is going to be his beard, and this is where I'm going to attach the hat. So, I don't need all this overhang, and I really don't want this sticking up because that's going to interfere. So I thought I would trim here. So, let's just start trimming. It was already, all the tinsel was already taken off. Now, right, I think I'm going to have to go for it. I'm going to have to trim this off. I think I'll still have some stability on there after removing this because it's still attached. However, I really don't need this. So, as much as I hate to, I'm going to trim it. But I think, let me just see before I take the rest off. I think I'll still be able to mount this here to the top of this piece. I didn't want to remove everything that I was going to need for the stability of it. So this was the witch hat. So all we did was chop off her brim. Like I said, we are doing this as we go. All right, so now I got to figure out a way to attach this hat to this. And then this is going to cover up however I attached it. Now, I did bring in some sticks because I didn't know if I was going to need something secure. Now, what I could have done was I could have cut another one of these, glued it together, and put that in between. But let me think on that here. Like I said, I am problem solving as we make this. I think that's the ticket. We'll cut out another one, the exact same size as this one, and then sandwich it in between. And then I can cover it up with green yarn, whatever. I think that's going to be our way. I just want it to be extra stable because I don't want this like flopping back and forth. So that's why we're doing it this way. So you actually saw this being made from beginning to end. Okay. And like I said, this foam board is $1.25 a sheet at Dollar Tree, or it's $1 a sheet at Dollar General. Right. Or what I could do even, I think I got a way of doing this. Let me see if I have some green felt. I'm sure I do, but whether it's in here or not, that will be the question. Yes, we got it. All right. So, and you could make this with felt too. I think what we're going to do is we're going to cover the back of this and overlap it here. But I think I'm going to lift this up a little and tuck some of that felt in there so we can like cover it up as we go. I think that'll work. Like I said, this is all a work in progress. The wedding decorations were picked up yesterday. Woohoo! So now we're working on a special gift for the bride. Because I don't know if I shared, but the bride is actually one of my little daycare kiddos. I did daycare out of my home for 14 and a half years. And I had this little girl from diapers up to kindergarten. And she is special. We shared the same, well, we did share the same initials, RLR, before I got married. So I have a very special connection with her. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So as to make this totally invisible, we're going to do this. So, yep, that's what we're going to do, Steph. I'm just so excited for her because she's a sweetheart. My little Rachel. All right. just going to trim off this excess here. And then what we're going to do is bring it up. This piece right here, I want to get it down. There we go. We're going to bring it up and tuck it in there and then lay this piece over top. So we're creating like a pocket in there. I think that's going to be awesome. I can't show any pictures of the design, the wedding design yet. So when I can, I will be sharing it on my Robin's personalized gift page. Yikes. And we'll be at the wedding on Saturday. So see, we're covering the back and we're covering this, and then I'll go back and glue that down. I did the balloons for her shower. I made her a bunch of handmade items. And I shouldn't say handmade, I should say engraved items for the shower. We did a door hanger. We did a fork and spoon set. She's just a sweetheart. Not to mention, she's my ENT. She takes care of my ears. How cool is that? So let's trim some of this excess. I'm just so excited for her. She's done good. So this we need to trim a little more. We don't need all that. There we go. So we're going to have this covered front and back. Thank you. Appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate the shares. Appreciate the hearts. Whatever. Because I think YouTube is starting to recognize my YouTube channel. And I really am trying to grow it. I have been for several years, but if you don't have that interaction and you don't have people sharing, you don't get anywhere. All right. Now I'm going to kind of pull this side pretty tight so it takes up the slack from the other side, and we're going to go this way too. So let's go ahead and trim. I hope you all are following me okay. So we're pulling that taut. Come on. And then we're just going to use that, shove that up under there. Come on. There we go. Right. Glue this in there. Like that. And glue that down. So see, we've totally covered the side. I might put some like burlap rope in there around the side just to make it look like something farmhouse, you know, country looking. Some jute rope around to continue with this. And this goes this way. And then our form, which I saw it went down here somewhere. There we go. And then this is going to go in here. Okay. Now, if I can't get this in this long, I can take it down to here. So let me see, if I take it down to there, and we put this over top of it, and then we put our beard. Oh yeah. All right, so we're going to take it down to this notch here. All right. We're just shortening our beard, but we can make our beard longer because it can hang off at the bottom, no problem. Just with this now, we can get it in here, in between, and have some pretty good coverage there. Yes. All right, I'm gonna trim. Whoops. Sorry about that. Ugh, got glue on it. Come on. There we go. All right. So just pull that out there a minute. Now I'm going to trim some of this down, but I am going to put it up inside that area there. The last thing that will go on is going to be the brim of the hat. Just want to kind of tuck that in there so it gives the back a finished look. Kind of gives it a nice clean look on the back. And then to cover up that white from the back, I'm just going to go around the whole top with burlap rope. Just want to clean that up. There we go. All right. Hey, Rach. Thank you, dear. All right. So, if you've ever worked with this, and I have plenty of videos on there on how to work with this, all right, you don't want to just chop through it. It's going to ruin your whole look. All right. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to trace this, and then I'm going to show you how to trim it. So I've got my marker here. I'm going to get away from this edge because this is hard to cut. So all I'm doing, actually I want to go out about an inch around. An inch to an inch and a half around, because I'm going to want to wrap that. Okay. Now, you really need a pair of sharp scissors for this, and this is going to take a little bit of time here, but what you're actually doing is you're only cutting this back part. You're not cutting this at all. Now, when I put this on, I kind of wanted to make sure that my nap, which is how this runs, is going to go in the direction of the way I want to go. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in between. Now see, in between, all I did was cut this backing. I did not trim the fur. I'm staying above the fur. And you'll see when I'm done cutting These are really sharp scissors, and I love these for this. You just want to keep cutting the backing. You don't want to go and chop into the whole thing, because when you do that, you're chopping your fur. One thing I just realized I forgot was batting. I usually like to put a piece of batting on here in between this and the fur. It just gives it a more finished look, and then it doesn't like sink into the grooves of the hat. Now, if anybody is looking for any of this fur, let me know, because I have a lot of it. So I'm going to cut directly off and then show you. See how it pulls it off? It pulls it apart, and it leaves a nice feathered edge. It doesn't leave this straight looking edge. You still have fur off to the side that you can use to disguise the side. All right, we're going to do it again. So we're going to round this edge. And sometimes I think it's better to go downward. So I'm just cutting the backing. I'm not cutting the fur. And by doing that, I go in, but then I pull up. And when I pull up, I'm at the bottom layer of the fabric, not the fur. It's time consuming, but it gives you the best look. You don't want to chop into it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. And maybe you can see it better if I do it this way. See how it's just pulling away from? That's what you want. Hey Joanne, how are you? So look at that. Now if I would have chopped down, I would have had this straight edge here and it would look horrible. So you don't want to do that. All right, so what we're going to do is, let's just go ahead and glue. I think I need another stick shortly. So I'm just going to put a bead of glue down the one side here. And we're going to set the foam fur onto that side. I got my little nubs on here that I can go ahead and put some glue here on the nubs, and then I should have something for the fur to grab onto. Just makes a nice smooth edge. And I may just take it to there and let this bottom go, because I kind of want it to keep that roundness of the beard frame, which is the Dollar Tree witch frame. So I'm going to use that to push down. All right, let's go ahead and do the same here. I'm kind of following the frame where it's going to sit, and then lean it like this so I'm not burning my fingers. And then I'm going to put glue all the way down to here on the nubs. Not going fishing for that. So we're just going to put our glue across the top here. And then we'll use our popsicle stick to guide it into place. See, and then I can still do this, pull it out. Now, if I would have cut straight through the fabric, I wouldn't have been able to do this. So that's why it's so important. Look at that beard. Is that not cute? Oh, I love it. All right. Now, I think we're going to glue here. Kind of push that down with our popsicle stick. Now, if somebody else has done this, I'd like to see it because I couldn't find anything. And I didn't, did I? That's a first, huh? I don't want to cut this, but at the same time, I think I'm just going to put a notch and then pull it down that way. Round it off like that. Yeah, baby. Come on. I got a new glue gun for Christmas and I absolutely hate it. So I'm back to my old one. I think with this I can trim that. There we go. All right. So I may go back and put some backing on this when I'm not on. So if I get a chance, once I figure out what I'm using, I'll let you know. I could just use this in there to kind of cover it up, but I don't know. I'll see how I can finish it off. All right, now we're going to take this and we're going to open this up and we're going to get this in here. And that's why we went down to that next layer, because it was too wide at the top to fit in here. I would have needed a bigger hat. So we're just stuffing that in there like that. The dogs are making weird noises today. Now, you need to get in there. So all I'm doing is squeezing some in there. Look at that. And our back is all covered. So now we're going to put our little brim. Oh, this is looking so cute. I'm so glad I didn't screw up. I'm thinking, how am I going to do this all live? Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover the back. I just feel like it would be more finished off if I did. So I'm like, you have this idea in your head and you're going to work it on a live. What are you, crazy? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. Now, like I said, you could go ahead and do this with you could paint this black too, or even use black burlap if you wanted to. So let's get this in there. You could put a buckle on the front here. There's so much you could do. But I'm going to trim. So we don't need that much. All about not burning myself today. Now, we could pull that up there and over. I think we're just going to trim. Just trimming off the wire. And then I'll put some glue in here and bring it over. There we go. All I'm doing is pushing it over like that. Gotta hold it a minute. I know, right? And that would have happened. There would have been cut fur everywhere if I did it the way that most people do. That's why it's so important to do it that way. It's so much easier. And it's the right way. Anybody that cuts fun fur is going to tell you that's the right way to cut it. But thank you for pointing that out. Because not everybody knows. I got webs all over. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And now the fun part's going to come. Because as soon as we get this on, we can jack it up, Rachel. Rachel and I like to jack it up. When we were in classes together, that's what we always used to say. Jack it up. There we go. All right, so I've got the bottom kind of covered, and I've got this trim that's going to finish it off. So now we're going to glue our hat there, but now we have to decide. Oh, crap. I thought I had it stuck in there. I don't know. Do you think that one, or do you think this one? This is probably going to hold up better. This looks good, but I don't know unless I take it through. Which one do you think? The small nose or the big nose? And look at how that looks. Does that not look cool? Make this baby go viral. Please share. You like them both, okay? All right, let me see here. Let me get this where we want it. Let me see. We're going to add some ribbon to the top here. In fact, let's just kind of, I had this if I wanted. That would look cute, wouldn't it? But it's figuring out how we're going to attach it. But I thought a nice little bow for his hat up here. I have some greenery, which we could put on the brim, I think. No, you know what I'm thinking? Tinsel tie. Tinsel tie, I think, glued into here with it coming out and poking two little holes and then tying it to that. That's my thought. Oh, I do have some tinsel tie up here. Woohoo! Joanne likes them both. Tiff likes them both. If that was darker, I would have went with it. All right, let's just do the big one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue down the hole. I'm going to see if I can get this in there. I can. All right, so, and then I'll come back around, and I was hoping to get like the whole thing in there. So let me see if I trim some of this fuzzy off of here. So I'm left with just the wire. And let's get this trimmed off too, because I really want to get this all stuck up in there and then be able to tie it from the back. So all I'm doing is giving it a haircut. You know, the first witch hat I did with the Dollar Tree, the first gnome I did with the witch hat Dollar Tree frame has already gotten 15,000 views, but that was years ago. I would love to see this go viral. It would really help my page out. All right, so what I'm going to try and do now, yes, okay, I had to give it a haircut. And see, I can get that all the way up in there. So now we're going to load it up with some glue. And then we're going to shove this in there and let that set a minute. And I'm going to poke 2 little holes through the fur, and I actually have a section there of the frame that I can put this down through and twist it. Okay, so we got that. So let's go ahead and see if we can attach our brim while that is setting up. Okay, so now that's about where I want it. I'm leaving a little bit, like 1.25 inches over on the sides. Right? I think you're right. And really with this, I may just be able to catch this and tie it under there. Wouldn't it be cute if I put some fluff in there to make it look like it's smoking? Oh my gosh. I love designing on the fly. I think that is the coolest way to go sometimes. Although I have had some things fall apart. Right? Thank you. Thank you, Monica. All right. So we have him where we want. So let's kind of see where this is going to end up. This is going to end up right here. So right here we've got this crossbar. So I can find where that is. Oh, right there. Look at that right there. That's our crossbow. So we're just going to poke a little hole in the fur. So I'm just going to use my scissors and just trim at the backing to create a little path to stick that through. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Now we have to find it. Yikes. All right. Ooh, found one. Yay. I think I'm going to try the same thing with that I did with the nose for the pipe. And these were all Dollar Tree stuff I had laying around. Okay, come on. I can see ya. The fur's getting in the way. There we go. Yay! So look at that. Okay. I think what I should have done first, was make the tinsel tie shorter so I didn't have to pull so much through. Let's see, I've got that frame to rest on. So see, now I can just twist and then I can trim and tuck it. There we go. Oh my gosh, is that too cute or what? I love it. All right, now I think you need some of these on there, but I don't think I need all this, so I'm going to trim some of these down. I like the variegate, you know, the light green with the dark green. I think I better concentrate on the pipe first. I could even just put this in the pipe. Put a little styrofoam in there and stick some of that in there. Like that. Wouldn't that be cute? All right, we got a crossbar right here. So, should I do them? Yay or nay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I need a little more of that tinsel tie. Or we can just do that. Let's just try it from the back and see how that goes first. See if that gives us the stability we want. Because then it looks like it's going in his beard. Now, yep, got that on both sides. I kind of want it like that, and it doesn't want to go like that. There we go. I may have to glue it. Nope, that doesn't leave much of the pipe showing. And actually, we should probably have it more up closer to his nose because his mouth is right under his nose. It's not down here. So, let's see if we can get it up higher and then have more of it showing. Or we could just make a slit. Let me see. Could make a slit there. What do you think? You think that looks good there? All right, let me just, again, I'm just concentrating on the foam or the material backing. That looks cute. I like it. So, let me see here. Now, there's a picture of it from the back. So, I actually think a pipe cleaner would be better because I think I can work it better. Now, I could glue it. So I think I'm going to go around again. So I actually have it from both sides, like that. Let's see. Oh my gosh. That is too cute. Now, I think some shamrocks in there. What do you think? All right. Let's see if we can cut this and put that in there. I'll put some glue on the bottom. Put that in there. Well, do you think it looks like it's in his mouth now? Where it is? I think that is adorable. All right, I'm going to trim this just a little bit closer. And then I'm going to put that in there. And then take this off. Take this off. We're jacking it up, Rach. Now, I'm going to poke a hole and then glue it in there. So I'm making some holes. Trim it just a little lower. And I'm getting glue all over my mouse. Not kosher. Right. Now, if we wanted to, we could even put some coin on his head. Perfect, right? Thank you. And don't leave me, I got something else to show you. Something cool. Now, I'm not liking that against that, which is what I thought I would. So, I'm thinking I'm just going to put it up here. But I need, let's just go ahead and use this. I think this will work. I don't know if I need any of this orange. I even have the word lucky. I don't like that. I know. It'll take them forever to approve, Rachel. I usually just watch for my, like people they'll send me a notification and then I go in. And it's usually 4 to 5 hours later sometimes. What do you think? And then we could put a few coins on there if we wanted. So, I think I'll use some of this to tie it. It's the only way they'll allow us to do it, Rach, which is a pain in the butt, but hey, a lot of followers. And see, Facebook was threatening to shut them down because of it. So I'll do whatever they want me to do. go. Just go ahead and put this around here. Put this around there. I don't even know if Dollar Tree carries those anymore. I have those still, a few. I have the little leprechaun hats. Ooh, they are awesome. Sometimes with yours, I wait forever. Okay, it's too big. So I'll trim that. Go. I think I'm going to put that up there and then put some coins around it. I got glue on everything. Good. Put it up here on the corner. Hold that in place. I think I'm going to put a few of these in there. I don't think I'm going to use the coin. I don't think. Let's just go ahead and put these in. And then we're done, ladies. Thank you for your help. I have to turn that just a little. How's that look? Is he a cutie or what? And then see, I still have some things here where I can create a hanger. And then I'm going to take some burlap rope and do that around the side. Now I'm gonna rest it right on that brim. I could mount a piece of pipe cleaner to that and pull it through, but I kind of like that. What do you think? Is he different or what? All right, I'm going to show you. What is in my shop now. Shop, I mean in-store, in-home store. Check this out. This is a 36-inch balloon bouquet that I made yesterday, and it's getting buzz locally. So I have other color. This is called that waterproof tissue paper. It's made of plastic. I know, right? It was my first one. I just love how it turned out. So now I have black and I have white paper. So I'm going to make one of each. Oh, thank you. Isn't that cool? And look at that bow. I love it. Wouldn't you love to get that for Valentine's Day? I probably will not do a tutorial on this. It was a lot of work. So, but yeah. I did a video. If you're watching my Robin's Personalized Gifts page, there's a really cute video with this on there. But I don't think people understand from the video how big this thing is. And I probably should do a picture holding it, but that's not me. I just won't do that. So, but yeah. So, well, thanks for hanging with me. Rachel will be on tomorrow. And I will see you all on Monday after the wedding, and then I'll be able to share a lot. All right, you all have a great night, and thank you.